Democratic Senator Tim Kaine of the great Commonwealth of Virginia is here. Senator, I do have to ask, as we watch this breaking news, this historic moment, 7 jurors have now been seated in the first ever criminal trial of a former president. What's your take on all of it?
Well, it's sad that it's come to this, Jake. It really is. And, you know, the president is showing the lack of restraint for which he's so known, attacking the judge, attacking the justice system. We know he doesn't believe in the basic institutions of independent judiciary or rule of law. He's demonstrating that every day. We got our hands full here in Congress, and so the trial will take care of itself. They'll fill out the jury pool, and the trial will start. But we're in the middle of a stunt-driven impeachment of the DHS Secretary, which we received the articles of impeachment today. We'll be in that trial starting tomorrow. We want to make sure we're doing what we can to promote de-escalation in the Middle East. We got a couple of other items on our shoulders. It's going to be a busy week here.
Are you going to have a trial?
Well, look, here's my expectation. We're going to have fairly significant debates and motions. I believe at the end of the day, there will be a motion to dismiss the case because it really is a stunt. Many of my Democratic colleagues and many of my Republican colleagues in the Senate know this, Jake. You probably know it. As the House was moving to impeach Secretary Mayorkas, the Senate Republicans demanded that he be part of the bipartisan negotiation to find a bipartisan border security deal, which we did, which they then backed away from when Trump decided he didn't like it. But when the Senate Republicans are asking Ali Mayorkas to be at the table, they're demonstrating that they have confidence in him. And so this House impeachment move is a stunt, and it's going nowhere.
I wanted to ask you about what's going on in the House. You've been calling on Speaker Johnson to bring up this foreign aid bill that has aid for Ukraine, Israel, Taiwan. There's an effort to oust him among House Republicans. Some people are calling this a Churchill or Chamberlain moment for Speaker Johnson. What do you make of it all?
In the Senate, it's nearly 2 months ago that we took this bill to provide defense aid to Ukraine and Israel. I wish we would have done it before Israel got attacked by Iran over the weekend, but that shows, as well as the evidence on the battlefield in Ukraine, we have to do it. It seems like what the Speaker is doing is talking about taking the bill that we did, splitting it into pieces, putting them up separately, but with a rule that would allow them, once voted upon, to be assembled and sent back over to us. We don't know exactly the full content. Is it going to be everything that we put in our bill? If they're going to take anything out or add any conditions or maybe put in items that weren't in our bill, we got to be open-minded and see what they do. We know the votes are there in the House. If the Speaker's effort to do this kind of jerry-rigged, split it into 4 doesn't come to pass, at least he might have tried, and then maybe the plan B will be just put the Senate bill on the floor. The votes in the House have been there for this bill since February. Yeah. While Ukraine has been suffering on the battlefield and Israel's under attack by Iran, the votes have been there for 2 months. So let's just have a vote, for God's sake.
All right, Democratic Senator Tim Kaine of Virginia, thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.